430 miles away across the Pacific is the island of Tonga, domain of Queen Salote. In her independent realm, bound to Britain by a treaty of friendship, unbroken for over 50 years, the Queen of Tonga rules over 50,000 people. To these Tongan islands in the 1770s came Captain Cook, and he named them the Friendly Isles. Friendly they are, fertile and industrious. On reaching the age of 16, every youth of Tonga is entitled to 8 1/4 acres of land which he has to cultivate. The Pacific, rolling in during these December days, brought with it a message of excitement. A queen was traveling to greet a queen. All Tonga was to turn out to greet the Queen from Britain. All Tonga dressed in its best. The people of Tonga, most of them Wesleyans, passing their church on their way in for the great event in their capital city. An event for which rich materials with traditional patterns are being prepared. And Queen Salote's palace, focus of the great event, where by the Queen's orders, preparations were going on for the great feast. The great open-air feast, where the royalty of Tonga do honor to visiting royalty from faraway London. Faraway London. How well all who were in Coronation London remember Queen Salote and that ride of hers in the rain. At her side, as the final preparations were made, was the British resident in Tonga. And at the feet of her 2 royal daughters, the famous tortoise left there by Captain Cook in the 18th century. But stranger to most of us, the flying foxes, the bats that hang from the trees in the palace gardens. With their queen in charge of all the final preparations, the people of Nuku'alofa, Tonga's capital, and thousands from the surrounding islands crowd toward the quayside to watch for the flying boat, bringing from the north the Queen and her husband.
We had watched and we had waited, and now there stood our own ruler, Her Majesty Queen Salote, to greet Queen Elizabeth. It is a simple meeting, this. Our royal family of Tonga waiting there for Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip. The queens are together at last. The heir to our throne of Tonga meets Prince Philip. Here beside the Pacific, the 50-year-old friendship between our 2 countries is renewed, just as it was 6 months ago in Westminster, when our Queen attended the coronation. The coronation of our Queen Salote took place way back in 1918, and every one of us here, in seeing the 2 of them with Prince Philip and our prince, have in our hearts the wish that Queen Elizabeth may reign as happily and as long. Even the welcome sign by the Queen's command is alive with the arms of our children. Now see them both driving in royal splendor through the streets of Nuku'alofa. For the first time we welcome the reigning monarch from Britain to the Friendly Isles. Once more, we welcome this treaty of friendship and protection by which our two peoples are joined together, our flags flying side by side. For weeks, our people had been preparing for this happy arrival. Our Queen has said she means to give Queen Elizabeth the warmest, happiest reception of the whole royal tour. She has said, open our doors and open our hearts to our guests and those who come with them. And we are proud now to see their majesties as they move forward toward the feast we so joyfully offer.
Was there ever such a feast as this in the Friendly Isles? Certainly Queen Salote meant it as a unique event, the fame of which would spread round the world. Here were all the riches of the Pacific and the Coral Isles. Here was happiness and goodwill in abundance as the two queens sat there side by side. People of note from every part of Tonga, included among them representatives of the Catholic Church, which works there side by side with the Wesleyan community. And now the dancing, the wonderful dancing of the Friendly Isles. At last the time came to leave the grounds of the palace. The Gothic had arrived. It was a sad, reluctant parting, and the farewell message of the Tongan people was, "Go ye in peace." A brief sojourn this, but one to be remembered by all who were honored to be present when the Queen from the north met the Queen of these coral islands of the Pacific. Once more, a living sign. Then the launch from the Gothic, bearing them away toward New Zealand and Australia. Behind them, they left the Queen who not so long ago had enchanted London. Behind them, too, they left for the people of the Friendly Isles an enchanted memory.